Hello everybody, Fausty Insomnia here with another video. So today I'll be showcasing a set that I've been using since the Skill Breaker patch all the way back in 2019. And I haven't really seen anyone use this set in PvP. I've seen a handful of people use it in PvE a few years back. But because of the amount of damage we can get from this and on certain builds and even classes, you can really make this into something strong. And what I'm talking about here is the Maelstrom Dual Wield. Maelstrom Dual Wield drops from Maelstrom Arena located in Hrothgar. You can run it on normal or veteran. If you run on veteran, you'll get the perfected version, which will give you 103 extra weapon spell damage. You don't have to run it on veteran to get it. I would just run it on normal, just because a lot of runs can take around 40 to 50 minutes if you know what you're doing, and if you don't, you'll be in there for hours. So just run on normal, it's not a big deal, and if you do like it, then you can farm it out on veteran. But what this set does is when you deal damage with Flurry, your single target damaging overtime abilities used within 4 seconds gain 1,640 weapon spell damage. Now, for any dot to gain that much weapon spell damage is enormous. That's too much. Then the skill itself though is Flurry, but it's morphs. Now, neither morph is better than the other, right? It just depends on what kind of build you're going for. So with Bloodthirst gives a heal while you're damaging, right? So it basically, the more damage you deal with it, the bigger heal you'll get from it. And you can run Rapid Strike. Rapid Strikes increases the damage you do with it and reduces the cost of the ability itself. So if you're running a full proc build, say with the Vatashran Ice Staff and Dragon's Appetite, you might want to run Rapid Strikes. Alright, but if you're running, let's say, Serpent Sustain and you won't have as much healing, then you can maybe go Bloodthirst. But I will say in general, I've used this set on all the classes. Now, classes that have a weak damaging spammable or classes that have high dot damage is the ones where you want to use this on. So I would say this works best on Dragon Knight, Necromancer, Arcanist, and Warden. So in particular though, with this set, it works with any single target dot ability. So Venomous Claw, Rending Slashes, Fletcher Infection, even the Soul Magic ability, and these all count, and there's way more. Right, but on the screen here, what I have is Venomous Claw with the Major Minor Brutality buff active before and after proccing the Maelstrom Dual Wield. So you can see a big difference in damage here, right? So this can be applied to multiple dots. So all you need to do is cast Flurry one time, and as long as you can use as many dot abilities as you want within that 4 seconds, they will all be buffed by it. So that's just something to consider when using this set. So not only do we have strong abilities that are going to be buffed by this dual wield, but ultimates are also buffed as well by it. So these are just some of them, right? You have Dawnbreaker, you have Lacerate, right? There's a lot of other ultimates that are also buffed by it. But here on the screen, I have shown Dawnbreaker and Lacerate before the procs and after the procs, right? So that's a big difference in damage there, right? And when it comes to specifically dot pressure builds, let's say you want to run Oblivion's Foe, which is procced by the Soul Magic ability, which is a dot. Soul Magic, that single target ability, is buffed by the Maelstrom Dual Wield. And then on top of that, Oblivion's Foe is another dot, all right? It's not directly affected by it since it's coming from a set, but having a weak dot, like the Soul Magic, turn into a strong dot, and then being able to combine it with another dot, is really powerful, right? And even with the ultimate Lacerate, depending which morph you go with, if you want to go with Thriving Chaos, you can. If you want to go with the Rend, you can. Pros and cons there. But on the Rend morph, I have had nearly 100k damage on tooltip using Blood Drinker, Deadly Strike, and a bunch of other combinations while still being somewhat tanky in PvP. There's a lot of pressure combinations you can make with these skills with this set. So in general here, I would definitely look more into using this set here, especially for subclassing, because there's going to be a gazillion different setups you can use that are going to involve dots, and you can increase the damage significantly with this set. One of the build ideas I already have in mind uses Fletcher Infection from Warden, Venomous Claw from Dragon Knight, with Rending Slashes from the Dual Wield skill line, and then the Dual Wield Ultimate Thriving Chaos. 4 really strong dot abilities, but buffed by the Maelstrom dual wield, you won't need any anti-heal to take someone out with that. So just as an idea there, you can come up with a lot of different others, right? But this is just to give an idea and to introduce the set, since I haven't really seen anyone ever really talk about it or use this set. But that's all I have for the video here for today, guys. If you guys have any questions or comments, please leave them down below and I will answer them as per usual. But you guys have a great day. Take care.